Skullgirls. It's me, DoctorAinz, and today I'm gonna be talking about the top 10 Squigly variants, or top 10 overall best Squigly variants. I don't know how to title this, but yeah, today we'll be discussing just that, and you might be surprised with the results. With all of this out of the way, let's just get right into it.
Which is why I will say after I explain how this is going to work. So basically you'll see, for each enter you'll see a picture of the variant as well as its name, and also the role that they shine at. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's actually get into it. Yeah, once again, before we get into the actual top 10, we have to talk about what I believe to be the worst Squigly variant in the whole game. Her name is Nearly Departed, but I like to call her Nearly Useless. As a defender, everything has to go right for you to get your invincibility or your revival. As an attacker, it's pretty much the same thing, but you can perform a very basic Squigly combo with a launcher on a T4. You always get your invincibility. You can also abuse Final Stand to make sure that you fall below 50% HP without actually dying. That being said, I still think that it's better to take someone that will help you not die instead of taking someone that will revive you. I guess she has cool card art, but that's pretty much it. So this is Stage Fright, but I like to call her Stage Shite, because she is awful. That's why she's number 10 on our top 10 list, I guess. She's sort of a defense attack hybrid, if you can believe it, because the curse and the hex that she provides are very valuable debuffs, but they will only trigger once your opponent falls below 25% HP. And yes, you can inflict both of these debuffs multiple times per opponent and obviously multiple times per match. Now, as a defender, you just have to make sure that you don't accidentally kill her with a blockbuster and you should be good. As an attacker though, you can abuse her doom to get rid of high priority targets. Let's just pretend that raw nerve is a high priority target. Do keep in mind that you'll still need 20 spare seconds for the doom to trigger or to finish. Her other signature ability can also be used to sort of cripple a potential threat, but I do recommend changing to a more offense-oriented character to finish the job. Now we have Necrobreaker, but it's more like I'll necrobreak your ankles if you don't give me a Necrobreaker, you stupid game. She is as common as she is useful. She's also more of a defender since she pretty much has a catalyst attached to her at all times. But you can get rid of it simply by using buff removal, so she doesn't pose much of a threat. Again, that's why she is so high on the list. I guess if you absolutely need to, you can use her as a safe attacker versus reflective damage, but keep in mind there are far better options out there. With Necrobreaker, you'll have to work extra hard. Over here we have Scared Steve, and all I gotta say is that I made her a meme. That is not to say that she is bad. Well, she kinda is, but her budget Aegis modifier sort of makes her work as a defender. You gotta keep in mind though that instant damage such as Freeze Frame signature ability or Time Thief's signature ability still deal the normal amount of damage, just like Doom and everything else. If you use her as an attacker, you can take advantage of the fact that she can only lose 5% of her HP per hit, and that coupled with the fact that she gains unflinching to safely dash in an opponent. For our first Squigly attacker we have Dead Heat. She's more like Dead Weight, but she still was my first silver character to be fully maxed out. You could use her as a defender for silver tier prize fights or the like, but I still believe she is better as an attacker. One thing to note is that even if she dies, stuff like Leviathan's Inferno will still be unblockable. As with most characters that need to be near death's door to trigger their signature abilities, you can abuse Final Stand to make sure that you get to trigger your signature ability. That's a mouthful. As you can see, you can abuse her unblockable properties to keep sort of a pseudo-infinite going. Just be careful of invulnerable reversals, such as Destruction Pillar and the like. There's like 10 seconds of dead hit. There's like 10 seconds of dead air over here, so I guess it's pretty fitting. Dead heat, dead air, dead weight. Just hurry up and finish already. Alright, there we go. What do you know? Another defensive Squigly. I really like her card art, but it sort of makes me sad that her being a zombie-like being isn't utilized more. Well, when she was a proof of concept, I guess, most of her moveset was based around the fact that she was a zombie. So remember what they took from you. Getting back on track, she is a really good defender. She can waste a lot of time if you don't deal with her properly. Yeah, as a defender she is pretty straightforward. Now let's take a look at her attacker potential. Since Squigly doesn't have a built-in way of gaining armor, the easiest way for her to benefit from armor is to let her die, or to have her die actually, and then have her come back. That way she will be already benefiting from armor. The damage that she deals is the same regardless of how many stacks of armor you have. Knowing this, you can pair her up with Model Leader, Wing Wing, to easily achieve bonus damage. If you are broke though, you can use complicated setups that aren't really worth it to achieve the same result. One such setup is the one that you're seeing right now. It's basically playing blue screen, wait for the armor to trigger, switch to inner pieces, and then switch to Dead of Winter. That way you'll have timeless armor as long as you don't get knocked down. So if the enemy has a burst, you're pretty much done for. We are reaching the upper echelon of Squiglys with Shrieker. She is rather unique because I don't think there is any other variant that can deal damage by tagging out your opponent, but that is besides the point. I don't think there will ever be a reason for her to be on defense. She obviously shines as an attacker. Now, full disclosure, I don't have her, but I do think I know how you will play her. The game plan should be easy, just get one Dragon Charge as soon as possible, and then just hit your opponent with an outtake. It will take 50% of their current HP percentage. Do keep in mind that damage dealt to opponents outside of battle will be scratch damage, meaning it can be regenerated. So make sure to keep tagging your opponents in and out until you can take them out with one burst combo. Here we have Gangrene, another Squigly variant that I don't have. Due to her very easy to achieve signature ability, I believe she can work as either a defender or an attacker. Now, as a defender, you'll mostly be hoping that your opponent messes up and she manages to get an early blockbuster level 3. But when you're using her as an attacker, I believe the game plan should go like this. You should begin the match by trying to corner your opponent. That way, even if the character that you are currently using dies, she will manage to get her miasma going. Once she gets her miasma going, it just becomes standard Squigly gameplay. I have a guide on that. The main difference being that you should add as many T1s in between combos as you possibly can. This way you will earn more and more blockbuster by merely moving forward. And the bronze medal goes to Poltergust. Poltergust? Now, I obviously don't think that she can be used as a defender, aside from the occasional level 3 win, but what she lacks as a defender, she more than makes up in the attacker department. As with most Squiglies, her gameplay is pretty simple. Poltergust is sort of a nuke character, if you're familiar with that terminology, meaning that she can deal a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. It's better to use her versus variants that will constantly be getting buffs. Luckily for us, that's the whole point of a defensive character most of the time. We are gonna give Plot Twisted the silver medal. Reason being that she excels at her role. She is a defender, and let me tell you, she is one of the best defenders in the whole game as of today. As of 4.8.0. Although you can argue that she is easy to counter, you still gotta play around her. That's what makes her shine as a defender, because you have to be prepared to face her. Now, once again, I do not have Plot Twisted, but I do think that she has some attacker potential, as you will see right now. So as usual, she doesn't deviate much from the standard Squigly gameplay, but if you use it in a fight where you know you'll be getting debuffed constantly, I believe she can do quite the wreckage. So DDoS Robo Fortunes, beware, because her damage increases with every single debuff. Take advantage of her revive ability if you know you're gonna get hit by a level 3 or something. Haha, she died. Before we get to our number 1 spot, we have to talk about the only contender for said spot. Her name is Bioexorcist, and she is freaking amazing. Let's quickly gloss over what she can do as a defender. First of all, she can easily heal herself while also draining your HP, simply by doing nothing. Not only that, but she can also revive, although at a cost, every time you kill her. Her percentage-based signature abilities make her a pain to deal with in the higher streaks of the prize fights, while also being decent enough as a Rift defender. Here we have Bioexorcist versus Dream Band. The reason this is highlighted is because it doesn't matter if you have the highest HP pool in the whole game, because Bioexorcist still takes a percentage of your HP away. Add that to the fact that Squigly versus Big Band is extremely in favor of Squigly. And you have a very easy match. Constant regeneration? Well, it doesn't become a constant worry because I have constant drain. You can even make very blatant mistakes and still get the upper hand. Like right here, the only thing stopping Bioexorcist from being the number 1 Squigly, it's the fact that you have to have a dragon charge on you at all times, otherwise she becomes pretty much useless. So in this, her placement might change in the upcoming update because her prestige ability lets her have infinite dragon charges. Or unlimited rather. Unlimited dragon charges. No, infinite dragon charges, yeah. Now this is a little bit of an outtake if you will, but just look at this and tell me Annie is fair and balanced. After Beowulf's soul got sent straight to hell for there disrespecting a black person, now I'm gonna show you more Bioexorcist gameplay in the hopes that that joke passes under the radar. Now, I don't think Bioexorcist is a good answer to Shadow Puppet, but fortunately for me, Squigly is a good answer to Shadow Puppet. With Shadow Puppet out of the way, here comes Neuromancer, another top tier defender. As soon as I notice she has tainted blood, I do my best to try and stay alive, and the game does its best to try and shoot me in the foot. I don't know if you're keeping count, but in the last 40 seconds or so, I have been inflicted with 8 debuffs, 4 of which were contenders for the worst possible debuff that I could have gotten in that situation. And hey, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. Anyway, speaking of crumbling, of cookies and crumbling, now I'm gonna crumble Model Leader into the dirt, because I hate her. I hate her. I think Bioexorcist can sort of work as a, I guess, soft counter to Model Leader, because you don't really need to land any hits. You can just use your drain. You can just use your drain power to sort of tire her out. Anyway, after getting really unlucky and not being able to land a single launcher on Model Leader, I just let this run and show you how powerful Bioexorcist can be. After all of that, we finally reach the number 1 spot. The one and only Lovecrafted. Of course she is a diamond. Although I never had any personal issues with her as a defender, I do believe that she can catch people off guard from time to time. And sometimes that is just what a defender needs. To stall for a little bit more of time. Now, witness the true power of Lovecrafted. I guess I could make it more exciting. Well, I could make the comment that these opponents are the penultimate level in Holdic Hazard's Master, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's standard Squigly, you know, very powerful, very easy to play, very efficient. So yeah, this is the best of Squigly, the best that the game has to offer. And yeah, I guess you could make the argument that it's pretty much useless against a Marquette Painwheel, but you still gotta keep in mind that that's just one character out of 14 that we currently have. Yes, even though Painwheel is currently the best overall defender in the whole game, I still think that just one losing matchup shouldn't be a huge detriment. Besides, you can always just not use her versus a Tainted Blood Painwheel. That's a very good idea. Pay no attention to this, I just wanted to show that Harlequin isn't actually upgraded, it's just for fodder. Getting back on track, you could also argue that Bleed Deniers sort of counter her. And I do agree to an extent, but only if we're talking about someone like Splitting Image. The heal block shouldn't let any regen get past the insane damage that she can deal thanks to Deathmark. Deathmark? As a bonus, you will rarely get hit by a level 3 or even a reversal. Thanks to her disabling blockbusters on top of all the meter control that Squigly already had. You still gotta be mindful of special moves with invulnerability and tag in attacks and unflinching. But if the opponent doesn't have access to any of this, then you can easily throw them into the cheese grater. Maximum Chessu Overdrive. Go. Also, I swear the video is not on repeat. So that is gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching if you did, and I gotta say, it's not everything for today. We still gotta open some Squigly relics, some reanimated relics. Hopefully I can get one of the variants that I don't already have, or another Lovecrafted. Anything is good nowadays. So yeah, let's just get right into it. One take. They call me the one take wonder. I don't know if that makes any sense. Alright, so open relics or claim 10+1. I actually have no idea what the difference is, but let's just claim them, and hopefully everything will go out. Hopefully everything will go out smoothly. Let's see. Okay. I only have one take, so if possible, I would like for the neighbor's dogs to not be part of this. So if you can shut up for like a couple minutes, that will be great. Thank you. All right, let's just go. A little bit loud, and I think I'm gonna get a gold. I'm not entirely sure. So stage fright, she sucks. She twitches. I also would like to apologize because, you know, it's been like a month already and I haven't been able to release more than one measly video. There's a lot of reasons for that. Poltergust, that's nice. A lot of reasons for that. The main one being, or the main one at the time of recording this is that I got sued. So that's not good. I'm still working to get that arranged or sold or how. Oh, Dead of Winter, nice. That's 2 golds in a 11 pull, 10 pull, I guess. I don't know. So pretty good results overall. Yeah, but yeah, I got sued and I'm still trying to work everything out. So yeah, apologies for that. Sometimes life has other plans and there's nothing that you can do about it. Speaking of which, is this thing recording? Tell me yes, please. Alright, I don't want any more scared Stifts. Please give me something else. And please stop twitching, you're making me nervous. Are you having a stroke or something? I had a stroke, they're not funny. Or, well, they are funny, but... Oh, gangrene! Alright! Never mind, no more strokes for me. Right, yeah, that was... Alright, that's not too good, not too bad. 2 golds, 1 silver, but it was a silver that I didn't have... That I didn't have? I don't know. A new silver, so that's a win in my book. And yeah. Now, for real, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching if you did, and I guess I'll see you when I see you. Ciao, ciao. Oh no, remember, life is full of adventures, so don't feel one breath. Thank you. Did I wanted to say something else? I don't know. I hope not. Alright, yeah, now, see you. Ciao, ciao. Take care. Don't eat candy from the street or from the pavement, the concrete. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ciao, ciao. Don't look at my forehead. It's humongous. Yeah, I remember there was something else that I was missing. Apologies if I look like trash. Currently, there's no water in the whole city or in the town. I don't know what the difference is. So yeah, apologies if I look a little rusty, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that. And now see you for real. Ciao, ciao.